Hi guys, welcome back to People in Progress, where we talk all things lifestyle, self-improvement and how to live your best life. I'm your host Elsa, and today's episode is all about how to track and maintain your goals in 2024 and how to celebrate your achievements and milestones with your goals this year. This is part 4 to my New Year's mini-series. There is 3 episodes before this, obviously, and you don't have to listen to them in any order. You can start with this one, and if you're not starting with this one, welcome back. Thanks for keeping up with the series. And you also don't have to listen to all of the episodes if you're not interested, but if you are interested in having the best New Year's yet, I do highly recommend checking out my New Year's mini-series. It's from January 1st and it's all the episodes up until now. This is the second to last one. It's a 5-part series. These are going to be shorter and more succinct episodes because I know you're busy this new year. And yeah, let's dive into it. We're talking all about how to maintain your goals and how to keep on track of your goals this year. And it's just going to be a couple really key points that are important to keep in mind and are important when you're setting up your sort of habits, routines, and your resets this year. Okay, so first of all, why is goal tracking important? How many times have you set a goal in January and you've forgotten it by March, if not February, if not the 3rd week of January? We're all very busy and it's normal not to remember something you wrote down months ago. How can you expect yourself to remember that if you just write it down and you leave it? So tracking your goals is important because if you track them, you're keeping them at front of mind and you're keeping them in your subconscious, if not your conscious, and your habits and your routines and your daily life. And therefore, you are becoming closer to living your dream life because you are taking actions towards it. That is, if you've set your goals up to align with your dream life. We talk all about that in episode 2 of my New Year's series, which is my goal setting workshop. So if you want to know about how to make your goals align with your dream life, check out that episode. But it is also important because it helps you recognize your progress, and therefore it helps you see how much work you've put in because you're putting in so much work to achieve your goals, I'm sure. And it also helps you to see how far you've come, especially when we're 6 months into the year, 8 months, 12 months. At the end of 2024, you want to remember where you are now and recognize how much you've done. Okay, but how do you track your goals? There are many different ways and platforms to do this. I have my Notion goal setting template, which I spoke all about in my goal setting workshop. It is a basically organization, goal planning template, but it also helps you track your goals with actions and everything like that. It's mainly what I use in conjunction with habit tracking in my bullet journal. So I will link my goal setting template down below if you guys want to check it out. It is $6 Canadian on Etsy, and if you already use Notion, it's a really simple digital download. But there are other things you can do too. You do not have to buy my template by any means. You can use your own Notion template or your own Notion page. You can use bullet journaling, which is also what I do. You can use habit tracking apps like Habitica, or you can just use the Notes app on your phone or a piece of paper, a poster board, another kind of journal. You can use other forms of habit tracking, weekly or monthly check-ins with your goals, to-do lists or Kanban boards or anything like that. There are so many ways. But the key behind all of these things is you're basically turning your goal into a game with milestones that you want to achieve and checkpoints throughout them. You want to tick off a certain amount of, days you wake up before 8 a.m. or times you go to the gym or times you write or times you read. You are basically giving yourself mini tasks and checkpoints, and I talk all about this in my gamifying goals episode, which is episode 14 of the podcast. And if you want to know the psychology of how to set really good goals, that is a really, really good in-depth episode if you want to check it out. But basically, by ticking off the task you want to do, breaking it down, you are making it exciting to achieve this task, even if it's not the full goal, because you have to break it down to achieve it. And also, by ticking off the checkbox, you are rewarding yourself by seeing progress. So if you did break down your goals into actions like we spoke about in episode 2 of the New Year's series, which is also episode 19 of People in Progress, and like I said, everything I mentioned will be linked down below in the show notes, and you can use these actions to track your goals, which is perfect for maintaining them at the front of your mind and keeping them going and actually achieving them throughout 2024. The other key part of actually achieving and tracking your goals is celebrating your wins and your milestones throughout the year. Milestones are steps along the way that make us realize how far we've come in our goals. And you can start by setting yourself up with milestones. When you're planning your actions, when you're planning out your goals, figure out the checkpoints and the milestones. When you're halfway there, when you hit a certain word count and you hit a certain personal best, celebrate your wins, even if it's not the full goal yet. So like I said, these are certain points in different kinds of projects. projects. I have some examples here, more examples if you want to apply it to your goals. Like I said, it could be a certain amount of words in an academic project or in a personal project. Could be learning something new, learning a new amount of words in a new language. Could be doing something for the first time. If your goal is something completely new, then the first time you've done it, when you've done it consistently for a week, that is a massive achievement. If you track your goals, like we mentioned before, you can actually see these milestones rather than letting them slip by you. Now, often reaching a milestone is reward enough. When you get to that point, often so happy for yourself, and you should be. It is great. But if you want to celebrate yourself a little bit more, you can actually set rewards for these. This is particularly good for longer goals where you're going to be doing them for a long amount of time. You're not actually going to achieve the goal for quite a while. So it is good to set rewards at certain checkpoints. It helps you maintain motivation throughout the year, and it will actually help you achieve your goals. And I have a couple examples of just mini rewards that you might want to do, whether that's taking yourself out for coffee, to bake something, cooking your favorite meal, going out on a date, getting a new skincare product or shower gel. I always love getting something from Lush, or buying a new book, for example. Something that's also great is buying yourself something to do with that goal. So if you're, I don't know, doing art and you want to reach a certain point in a project, buy yourself some new brushes or some new paints. If you're at the gym and you reach a new personal best, maybe you deserve a new pair of leggings. I know with writing or reading, buying a new book, particularly with writing, if I get to a certain point, I love to buy a new writing craft book. Something to do with your goal as well as a reward is really motivating. So I know this was really efficient, quick, and succinct, and it was a pretty short episode. I just wanted to give you a taster on how you can set your goals up to actually be tracked and to actually be achieved throughout the year, because if you start now, you'll actually have these systems in place to track and actually achieve your goals. Like I said, if you want to hear more about this, obviously listen to the whole New Year's mini-series, but particularly episode 2, which is my goal setting workshop. I also have episode 14, which is all about gamifying your goals, tracking your goals. It's really, really in-depth. I also have a whole in-depth guide on 2024 goal setting where I talk about my goals of the year. I get even more in-depth about how to track your goals and resetting and reflecting on your goals from the year before, which is on my YouTube channel. And everything I've mentioned will be linked down below in the show notes if you want to check it out. And make sure to follow the podcast on whatever platform you're listening to right now to catch the last episode of my New Year's mini-series. It's going to be all about mindset reminders for going into the rest of 2024. So it's going to be really good and all about positive mindset and everything like that, and I'm really excited to record it and share it with you guys. And then also, obviously, if you like these kind of episodes, People in Progress is all about living your best life and self-improvement and mindset and positivity and everything like that. So yeah, subscribe, check out some of my other episodes, and I hope to see you guys next time.